gives them some sense of a hopeful future.
If we do, it's mainly about the latest municipal level hijinks.
And we'll cover it for you. Everything's going to be fine. We've got you covered. My beard kept telling me, calm down, calm down.
In a story published in the New Republic magazine, November 18, Nora Caplan-Bricker details the immediate and ongoing medical effects that accompanied the March tar sands oil spill in Mayflower, Arkansas. This is EntryPoint. I'm Richard Alcott.
Can you talk a little bit about the medical effects that people have suffered? I mean, not just people who had oil on their lawns, but people who might have been... I mean, you talked about this fellow who lived like 2 miles away who's very sick now.
It's a known fact about a lot of the chemicals in this oil that they have really severe respiratory effects and that a number of them are carcinogenic. And I think this is something that Arkansas Department of Health and some of the other state agencies that responded to the spill, and in particular the local responders who, were on the scene and had to jump on this issue immediately, weren't aware of. So in the first couple days and couple weeks when the exposure was highest, because there was literally oil running all over the place and releasing these toxins into the air, people weren't really informed, leave the area, take your young children out of the area, stay in your homes if you can't leave, don't go out, don't stand, even if you're not touching it, don't stand near a puddle of oil and breathe in those toxins. So people have experienced, the list is really long, but certainly nausea, headache, fainting, things that look like seizures where people sort of lose control of their muscles, vomiting, persistent respiratory problems, asthma, respiratory infection, nosebleeds, hemorrhoids and bowel problems, a lot of sort of severe bowel pain. And the scariest part is certainly just kind of not knowing what could come in 5 years or 10 years. I mean, a lot of people are telling me they've gotten somewhat better since the spill, partly because maybe they left for a long period of time or they're no longer living in Mayflower and they've removed themselves from these toxins, partly because a lot of cleanup has occurred, though it's far from done. But that still doesn't mean that people have any idea, will I develop cancer in 10 years and will that be because of this spill?
Nora Caplan-Bricker is a staff writer for The New Republic based in Washington, D.C. You've been listening to EntryPoint,